What is this contraption my dad is holding? I believe this photo was taken in the early 70s, and I can't figure out what he's holding. He passed away in 2004, and I just scanned it from a Kodak film slide that my mom gave me. Any sleuths have any idea? It's a Polaroid Swinger Model 20, an old instant camera made sometime between 1965 and 1970. He has the back open to load film and the lens is pointed down. It was the first truly inexpensive instant camera. Its low price retailing for $19.95 in 1966 and cool marketing made it one of the best-selling cameras of all time. It produced black and white prints that developed in approximately 10 seconds. What is this cast iron footed thing with holes in the feet, for bolts we assume, found in southeastern Virginia? Approximately 20 to 24 inches long with no markings. There's one hole on the near end, and the far end has an indent with 2 holes. This came from the estate of a guy who collected odd things. Some of them are related to building and engineering, if that helps, and his family didn't know what it was either. My parents had suggested maybe a rotisserie, but I googled cast iron rotisseries and couldn't find anything similar. We also couldn't figure out why you'd bolt down a rotisserie when you'd need to empty out the ashes and stuff. Thanks in advance. It's the base of an early 20th century hog oiler, missing the part that the hog rubs up against to get the oil on their skin. It was patented on February 29, 1916, by Frank R. McDermott of Kansas City, Missouri. It's a mechanical device employed on farms to be used by hogs to provide relief from insects and offer skin protection. It consisted of a reservoir to hold oil, and hogs seeking relief would rub up against a cylinder, causing it to rotate and dispense oil onto their bodies. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, hog lice and hog cholera could prove devastating to livestock producers, and the hog oiler was seen as one way to combat the problem. What are these cast iron bird-looking things with screw holes? They are about 4.5 inches long, with no markings that I could find. I'm thinking it could be an old parrot toy or ornament, where the body was wood but rotted away over time. I'd love any insights on what it might be or how old it could be. Thanks! These are 1800s sleigh finials, specifically for a Portland cutter eaglehead sleigh. They are typically mounted on the top corners of the dashboard of the sleigh, often serving as a termination point for the dash rail. The Portland cutter was the most popular style of light one-horse sleigh in 19th century America. Because these sleighs were mass-produced by many different makers, adding distinct hardware like eagle heads was a way to customize or brand the vehicle. What is this tool I found at our AirBNB stay this week? It's cast iron, about 7 inches long and 3 inches wide. It looks like a corn kernel stripper, or a potato shredder perhaps. Would anyone here be able to help identify it? It's an antique manual cast iron ice shaver. These handheld devices were used in the early 1900s to scrape fine shavings from large blocks of ice to make snow cones or chilled desserts. You hold the handle and pull the serrated edge across a block of ice. The shavings are collected in the hollow area behind the blade. What is this used for? I picked it up last year at the Springfield Flea Market. Approximately 11 by 4.5 by 3.5 inches, cast iron, and it says Brighton No. 5. It looks like a burger press that would make a hamburger patty for smash burgers. A friend of mine said it could be a canning press or a tortilla maker. Has anyone seen such a thing or knows its purpose? It's a 1930s potato ricer, missing the bottom basket part. It was patented on October 18, 1887, by Jacob Fitzgerald and William H. Silver for the Silver and Company of New York City. You place cooked and peeled potatoes into a perforated metal basket and use a long lever or plunger to push them through. The primary goal was to create smooth, light, and airy mashed potatoes without the gummy texture caused by overmashing. What is this giant cage found on New York Route 203? about 16 feet in diameter and maybe 20 feet tall. It is an extremely sturdy construction with a circular cement foundation, and I think the wire is galvanized steel. There's a ladder on the roof with a small round opening. Is this a bird cage? I am a poultry farmer, so it got me really excited. Thanks for whatever information anyone can provide. That's a corn crib, designed to store ear corn after harvest, and it lets the corn air dry. Because ear corn held high moisture, these structures were built to allow airflow, which prevented the crop from rotting or molding before it could be fed to livestock or milled. What is this fist-sized knob and loop above the wainscoting in my early 1900s apartment? The room clearly has been painted over, so it's hard to know what the original color might have been. The whole nodule is roughly 4 to 5 inches long, and too close to the shelf of the wainscoting to hang anything very long from the loop. It's possible parts of it would have been able to move in the past, but it is fully immobile now. Does anyone possibly know what this is? It's an old gaslight fixture. Something like this. It's an antique lighting device designed to burn flammable gas to produce illumination, and was common in homes and public spaces before the widespread adoption of electricity. The loop part is the valve used to turn the gas flow on or off. What is this heavy figure given to my dad by his mom in the 1970s? It appears to be a cast iron figure of a white female child in a bonnet sitting on a bench. It looks almost like a hanging hook of sorts, with a hole at the top of the back part that might affix to a wall. My dad's mum gave it to him in the 70s, and she has since passed away. My dad isn't sure if she bought it from a little local antique replica store in Massachusetts, or if her own mother gave it to her, and it was a true antique. It might be worth noting that my dad's grandma was born and raised in a tiny rural Ohio town that was majority Amish folks. Can you please help me identify what this thing is? It's a 1950s egg timer, missing the hourglass on the back. I inherited one of those from my grandmother as well. It typically features a cast iron figurine, most commonly an Amish or Pennsylvania Dutch-style girl sitting on a bench, with an attached hourglass used for timing boiled eggs. What is this thing I found at an antique shop? It is solid cast iron, with holes on the backside to hang on a wall, I assume. The dimensions are about 8 by 1.5 by 2.25 inches. I couldn't find anything online with my searches, and my in-laws thought it was to hold used matches, but I didn't think so. I would welcome any information or ideas. Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.